This is Lord of the Rings Battle in Balin's Tomb, round 3. Okay, I'm advancing the turn token to round 3, and I am drawing a goblin card. They are coming. The goblin player places any one Moria goblin next to each trapdoor, any one goblin next to the well. Archers are useless against Frodo. You can only attack Frodo when you're adjacent to Frodo. So I'm just going to use yet another shield goblin because he's got the most defense and he has to be adjacent to him anyway. And he's got the most attacks. That's what I'm doing. The archers are brilliant-ish next to the trapdoors because that way they don't really even have to move from where they pop out. So I'm going to use an archer on screen right trapdoor, and I'm going to use... I have an archer over here on the left already, this guy here. So I'm just going to add maybe a spear to the trapdoor. It says next to a trapdoor, so I guess that's valid. And I feel like that might even be a valid... No, that's not... I can't tell if that's a valid attack vector against Mary. I mean, it's one base away, so I'm going to judge that it is. I prefer to just count or think in base widths rather than try to detect the squares. I mean, the squares are marked on the board, but I don't know. I find it confusing. Anyway, it's the goblin turn. Goblins always go first, so we've done our reinforcement step. There is no initiative roll because goblins go first. I'm just going to make sure I'm only supposed to draw one. Yeah, round 3, just draw one goblin card, which I've done. So it is the goblin's turn now, and I'm going to just start again, just kind of from the front line back. So the front line, the easiest one here, I think, is the archer, which will just make an attack against Gandalf. Need to get rid of... Oh, and that failed. Okay. Need to get rid of the wizard is what I was going to say. There is a spear goblin here near the wizard. But, you know, there's a logic here. I think there's an argument that, like, the wizard's a more valuable sort of target in the grand scheme of things, but I feel like the hobbit might be easier to take down. So why not just do that? Because the spear goblin can't hit the hobbit. That's why. Okay. It's a valiant effort. Gimli, that's Boromir. Here's a goblin. That's a sword goblin, a shield goblin. He gets 2 dice to his attack. And he hits. That's a hit against Boromir. Boromir has 2 dice to save. And that is a fail. That is... Those are two attack results, not defense results. What does that mean for Boromir? Not a whole lot. Boromir has 3 wounds available to him. So he'll take a wound, but not too concerned about this. However, I say that, there's an archer that's popped out of the trapdoor. So he could shoot at Boromir, or he could shoot at Legolas. It's kind of a toss-up, but because Boromir, he smells blood, right? Like Boromir has been wounded. Let's see how much more damage we can do. That's a hit. Boromir. Oh, did I defend against? I think I might have just cheated. I did. I cheated Boromir out of 1 defense dice. He's supposed to defend with 3. Okay, so that would have still failed. Okay, so this is his... So now he's defending against this. Wow, Boromir. Boromir. You can't just keep taking hits, Boromir. You have to defend some. Okay, so he's got 2. He's got 2 wounds right now. That's not great. Let's go over to this corner of the board. We'll do an archery attack against Mary and then a spear attack against Mary. I don't believe it matters which is which, so I'll just roll 2 dice. So there's that's 2 hits actually. That could be very bad. So that's 2 hits against Mary. Now they're individual hits. That's not one hit. They're 2 separate attacks. So that does mean he gets 2 defense rolls against it. And so we'll do against 1. That's a fail. So Mary is probably dead. And there's another one. Wow. I think Mary is the first casualty in Balin's tomb. That does not bode well. I do not like to lose any member of the Fellowship, but that was well executed on the goblin's part. That's not great. Okay, let's go up here and talk about Frodo and Sam. Okay, so we've got Frodo up here with 1 wound. We've got Sam defending him. Sam foolishly did not move in front of Frodo, leaving Frodo completely open to attack. Don't know what I was thinking there. Goblin's gonna move up and attack Frodo, because once again, why wouldn't I? That's the lose condition for the Fellowship. If they lose Frodo, they lose the game. So there's 2 dice, and wow, 2 misses. That's pretty phenomenal. Cool. That's that. Well, since we're up here, let's do this. Let's do 2 attacks. And so we'll do Sam's first. Sam, way over there. He's got a hit. And here is Frodo's. That's a defense for Frodo. So that's meaningless. So the shield goblin can roll a defense and then re-roll a defense for the shield. And he fails twice. So this guy's gone again. Or not gone again. Another goblin is gone. And this time it was to Frodo, to Sam's attack. So Sam is going to move up like that to try to keep any further goblin interference out of the well at bay. Okay, now for the rest of the Fellowship. Well, Pippin, having seen Merry fall, is probably fairly enraged, and he's going to try to... I think he's going to turn and throw a stone, 1, 2, 3, yeah, at the spear guy, trying to avenge Mary's death. And that's a hit. Can this guy defend? I really hope not. Narratively, oh no, narratively doesn't matter. Blocks it. So no revenge today. It's such a pity. Really wanted that to go through. So Gandalf is going to, I think, is going to move up a little bit like that. Just to kind of put a little bit between him, between this goblin and Pippin. And then Gandalf is going to attack this little guy. And I haven't been keeping track of my cards. Okay, so Frodo has gone, Sam has gone, Pippin has gone, Merry is gone, Gandalf, here we go. So he's attacking with 2. That's 1 hit against this spear guy. Let's see if the goblin can save. No. That is not a save. That goblin is gone. That's good. Okay, that's good. Now Gandalf can move a goblin 3 squares, 3 spaces. It doesn't allow for opportunity attacks or sudden strikes, whatever they're called. But I think Gandalf is going to just grab this guy and pull him 1, 2, 3. Just to kind of stop. I don't like that he's just over here trying to pick people off with his arrows. So let's bring him into the fray. Let's get him taken care of. That's Gandalf. And I think, speaking of that, I think Legolas here was going to try to take out this archer way over there, because that's another problem. And because he's doing a ranged attack, he gets 3 dice instead of 2, and that's 2 hits against this goblin. Can the goblin defend against 2 hits? No, because the goblin only has 1 defense die. So that's Legolas victorious. I'm really shocked at how few the one ring results I'm getting. I'm not used to that. In the games I've played against other people, it really tends to be like lots of rings, lots of Eye of Saurons, like to the point of just questioning whether it's even that special. In this game, for whatever reason, it kind of feels special because they just haven't been coming up that often. Okay, so let's see, what other things do we have going on here? We could send Aragorn over here. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to send Aragorn here. I mean, he doesn't have to move to attack. He can attack from pretty far away, but he gets more dice if he attacks close up and personal. That's 2 attacks, or 2 hits, whatever they're called. And then a defense doesn't matter for that because the goblin only has 1 defense die, and so he dies. That felt pretty good. Legolas is already gone. So we just got like that was Aragorn. Where's Aragorn? There he is. So we got Gimli and Boromir. Let's go Boromir first because there's a very obvious foe for him to strike down, hopefully. Boromir is, of course, on 2 wounds, so he's not doing well. He's 2 out of 3 wounds right now. That kind of concerns me. There's nothing I can do about it, but I'm rolling the wrong dice. Here we go. 2 hits, or 2 attacks, rather. So, oh, there's the ring. Now, I think that the ring for Boromir is not that big of a deal on an attack. No, I'm wrong. If Boromir rolls a ring symbol when making an attack roll, he may bash 1 adjacent goblin with his shield. This pushes the goblin 1 square away from Boromir. This is a shield goblin. I've just rolled 2 hits for that shield goblin. There's no way he can save against 2 hits because he's only got 1 defense die. Even if he could re-roll the defense die, which he can, that wouldn't be 2 saves, that would be 1 save. So that's good. Unfortunately, it kind of leaves Gimli without a whole lot to do, which doesn't feel great. Maybe I should have sent Aragorn here and Gimli there. Yep, bad strategizing. Bad strategizing on my part. I have probably cost the Fellowship the game with that mistake. I mean, maybe not, I don't know. I guess he could get up close and personal. Like, just guard the door, you know? I think that's actually not a bad idea. I mean, it'll be a bad idea when the troll shows up, but for now, I think that's not a terrible idea. I think that's it. I think that's round 3 done. Exciting. We lost Merry. That's horrible. That's not exciting. That's terrible. It's tragic. But it is an exciting game. Let's find out what happens to the rest of the Fellowship next time. Thanks for watching.